This is a react video for Tokyo Ghoul Season 3, Tokyo Ghoul Season 3, whatever, Episode 2. Click in the link in the description below to go watch my reaction and then come back here to see my full thoughts, ideas, and theories about these episodes. Or this episode. I would say these, I'm so used to these episodes because I do multiple, but this is one episode. This episode. Anyways, click away now or be spoiled as to what happened in this episode. Okay, so this time around I am alone. Try was super tired and had to go to bed. Totally fine, totally fine, understandable. He was. I did a full batch recording today of the Ra Ra Ra, and these two episodes of Tokyo Ghoul, and he was around for the redirect for Ra Ra when I recorded that. Waited around for me to do my first episode for Tokyo Ghoul reaction, and then did the redirect for it. And then he went to bed after that, basically. So all is right. Okay, so first things first. The thing I want to talk about first is Kaneki. Big thing that was like kind of revealed in this episode, and yeah, this episode was that Sasaki is Kaneki. He's just his memory wiped or whatever. So my theory going into episode or coming out of episode 1 was that Kaneki's dead and Sasaki kind of took his body parts and whatever like that and became the new Kaneki kind of thing. Not the case. But I guess, like I said, I should have realized sooner because the voice actor is the same for Kaneki. I guess because we barely even heard him talk in episode 1. Like, we heard him here and there, but I guess it's been so long since I've seen the season 2 so Tokyo Ghoul that it didn't click in my mind that it's the same voice actor. I noticed it in this episode. I was actually going to point it out before, like in the battle when he was like talking to Nishiki and everything. He had like kind of bits in his dialogue that like made me think like he sounds like Kaneki. Like he's talking almost like Kaneki kind of thing in a way. But I took that as his inner self coming out kind of thing, right? Like the evil bit of him, whatever that wants to keep down. The voice in his head. I took it as that coming out briefly, and Nishiki kind of like recognizing him and like talking to him and then like kind of thing. That's why I associated that with, and I never brought it up again, until they basically flat out said he is Kaneki. He's just memory wiped basically. So I'm interested to see how he got memory wiped. Obviously, it's what's his name? Hold on. I have to pull out that picture. There we go. I got the picture. Arma, the other white-haired guy, the CCG leader, I guess, the dude overseeing this like new squad, the Quink squad. Him. When he was in the room with him, he was talking everything about it and everything. So I'm assuming he did something or issued somebody else to do something to memory wipe Kaneki, give him a new name, a new identity, basically, and train him to be the squad leader or whatever of this squad. The doctor of the facility or whatever even said that he helped create the other Quinks people kind of thing, the other guys and gal. So that's pretty interesting. So I'm wondering if he voluntarily knows that sort of stuff, volunteered himself after the memory wipe, was forced to do it after the memory wipe, before the memory wipe. I'm not sure. One sec. My throat is like hardcore hurting me because I'm getting out of a sickness, but at the same time I'm also talking a lot today. So like, Jesus Christ. Okay. Um, it was interesting during the first part of the episode where Kaneki started losing it. Basically, his case started freaking out. His voice in his head started getting like or louder, whatever. And they had to like effectively put him down. He didn't like kill him or anything, but like they took him out basically, so that way he'd like go to sleep. He's like, go to sleep, go to sleep. But yeah, so they roughed him up, and then Akira, sniped him. Basically, it looked like in the head, like it looked like a straight, like the bullet just went straight like between the eyes. But I'm sure it wasn't the head. It was just like a sleep dart or like a beanbag, just like score in the face, knock him out, something like that. Um, Something I don't know. I probably just tranked him or something. Um, but yeah, so it's interesting that it is Kaneki. His habits are the same because what Matsuki was talking about was he goes to every coffee shop in the area, I guess, looking just like because he fancies coffee or whatever. And then he happens to come across Toka's restaurant or coffee shop, Re. It's literally called Re. Um, I remember that in the because I watched uh, 11 and 12 of season 2 back again just so I can remember kind of the events that transpired kind of thing. And I remembered looking at the her sign and it saying Re kind of thing. So it's close that he's back there. So it has confirmed been 2 days. Try to let me know that last episode, whatever. But it wasn't a spoiler. I don't consider that a spoiler, like a date, like kind of thing. Like it's not a spoiler at all. So confirmed 2 years. Um, so she's been in business for 2 years. She even has her bodyguard guy, the ghoul guard, that was hired to protect her and Hiname, or Hinami. I wonder if she's working for the coffee shop or not. I'm not sure. So far, we've seen her just walk into a cab, warn somebody, and then leave. So I'm not sure what her motives are or what she's doing, or what have you, whatever. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens for sure. Um, so yeah, it's super cool that Kaneki is back, but in a way to his normal self ish, because like his season 2 persona was like this kind of like emo, no emotion, like blank slate character, um, and occasionally gets super hardcore, freaking angry, and bursts out into Kakuja, which is the cannibal kind of ghoul state. Um, so that was like his evil side kind of thing that he wants to suppress. That's why he got this memory wipe or was forced memory wipe. I'm not sure of that yet. Not really, no idea. Um, but yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see at some point if that side of him comes out again. But I'm sure, given time, this memory of helping the CCG and everything like that, mixed with his old memories, might concrete his like will to help ghouls and humans, because that was like the big thing on his is he liked both. He was part of both. He was part of the humans. He's part of the ghouls. So he wanted to help both and not hurt both, kind of thing. But then, um, the events transpired at the end of season 1, and he was changed basically. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens when his memories come back. It's not an if. It's definitely not a if. It's a when. It's when he's going to break down and his memories going to come back to him, resurface. Whatever. Um, it's going to be really interesting. So yeah, and I'm out of water. um, So yeah, next my theories for next episodes or whatever. They're trying to find the Nutcracker, um, which is a a female ghoul in the red light district that literally cracks nuts um, before devouring them, I guess. Because she says what they said, Kaneki said, devours the victims after uh, cracking their nuts, basically. So we're probably gonna do that for like the next couple episodes or whatever. Um, the torso, he's passed off to another district or another agent or whatever, so they're not in charge of torso anymore. Though it looks like torso is now going to be part of Nishki's operation, um, which he's or sorry, not Nishki's operation. Um, the Rabbit's operation, which is basically Toku's brother. So it's actually interesting to see that he's still alive and everything and doing stuff. He's actually asking about Kaneki, but not by Kaneki's name. He's asking about Sasaki, which is his alternate name. So he might know something about his change, his memory change and everything. So I'm wondering what that's all about, because him and Kaneki were partners in a sense in season 2 and everything. And I know season 2 was kind of like a filler kind of thing. Not everything is correct, but in my mind, they could like use a lot of the information in season 2 to make this season kind of thing. So I mean, most of the stuff they had, or a lot of the things they had in this and so far, have kind of been referencing things just here and there from season 2. I mean, not like outright, but just kind of like hinting at things that happen in season 2. But I mean, I know the whole chain to chair thing or whatever was in season 1. Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess they could ignore the fact that him and Toku's brother did stuff, whatever. So I'm not sure. It's gonna be interesting. New character too. We had Psycho. I will call her Psycho because that is a cool name. Um, so she's a gamer. She always sleeps. She eats, just like me. She's awesome. Um, she's pretty cool character design and everything. I'm interested to see if she actually fights. If her Kagune, if she even is a half ghoul. I'm not sure. But she's in the same house with other half ghouls, so I'm thinking she might be a half ghoul, or maybe kind of like a guard of the house or something like that. Like I don't know, but they keep referencing her as being part of the team, so she's probably a half ghoul. Um, I'm interested to see if she is a half ghoul, what her Kagane is, what her Quinke is, because the Quinks have both Kagane and Quinke. So it'll be interesting to see what mixes are and stuff like that. What they should do is, or what they should do, the CCG anyways, is they should try to mix and match their Kagane and Quinke to amplify each other. Um, so, like for instance, um, let's see, what was his name again? Uriah. He had a sword. Yeah, it was like a kind of like a katana. Well, not katana, it was not a full katana, but it was kind of like a short sword. It was kind of like a There's no bend to it, so it was like just a straight sword. Anyways, a white sword. He had that, and then his Kagane, was like a full arm sword kind of thing. So that works for him because he can like dual wield in a way. He grabs the Quinke in one hand, and then his Kagane in the other, literally. And so he can like attack and attack and attack and like double like attack and everything. So that could work. We haven't really seen what Shirazu's Quinke is, other than his Kagane. Because we've seen him do the Kagane, which is like a kind of like a big tail thing that shoots a bunch of like projectiles out. I don't think he has a Quinke. Um, if he does have a Quinn K, we haven't seen it yet at all. Anyways, anyways, um, then Sasaki. Did we see him with the Quinn K? I feel like he just immediately jumped into battle, grabbing Uria's sword, using that for a while, and then bursting out into Kaneki mode, basically. So I guess not everybody has a Quinn K, is what I'm thinking. Anyways, Uria is trying to enhance himself to level 3, I guess. Currently he's level 2. But he's going to the surgery. He like forged documents basically to get Kaneki's approval, which he didn't even know about until they were like leaving for the mission, basically. So it's gonna be interesting pairing. I don't like that guy. I don't like Uria at all. He's gonna be like one of those characters that is gonna be annoying to me. I said it in last redirect, but I hoped that they wouldn't do the whole mind thing, like every so often, whatever. Like have a more like a rare occasion where he like kind of thinks something like that. But in this episode, it seemed like he did it every single time he was talking to somebody. Literally every single time. Even multiple times in one like encounter. So I don't know. I don't like his character too much at all. Natsuki hasn't given me a reason to dislike him. He seems pretty alright. And Shirazu, pretty same thing. Hasn't given me a reason to hate him yet. Psycho, pretty cool, just in the games. Yeah, that's about it. If there's anything that I missed, or you like my opinion on that kind of thing, leave a comment down below, and I will get to you as soon as I can when I read it and everything. Obviously, no spoilers in the comments below. Even if you've read the manga and everything, make sure, I know it's hard to do, but make sure your manga knowledge isn't leaking out into the comment section, because there could potentially be a scene in season 3 or in Tokyo Ghoul where the manga stuff comes to reality kind of thing. So you could be spoiling those events kind of thing. So for right now, withhold as much manga stuff as you can, dealing with just season 1, season 2. My voice starting to go out. Season 1, season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul, and the first 2 episodes of Tokyo Ghoul. If you know for sure 100% that stuff in the manga will not show in season 3, double check with multiple people. You can even check Discord. I have a spoiler chat in Discord. You can go talk to them in there and figure out if it's okay for me to to know that knowledge, kind of thing. Make sure it's not a spoiler, and just not for only my sake, but for other people's sake as well. You don't want to spoil just me. You're spoiling other people who haven't seen the show at all. So far, I've pretty much figured out everything in the show. I didn't need to read the manga to understand anything yet. I say yet because we're only 2 episodes in. There's probably bound to be some more stuff in the future that might kind of creep up on us or whatever. But so far, everything's good. I like it. Season 3 is good. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next week for some more Tokyo Ghoul. Take care, buddy.
Sometimes I wonder what's beyond. I tried many times to make it up to you. Can somebody tell me what to do?